Well, here it is. Here's the body.
Of Mike.
Well, of course, of Mike! What a stunning figure could this be?
And why are we here, sir?
Well, you three are the only ones on break.
Right.
Well, can you all do it? Can you solve Mike's murder?
What makes you so sure it was a murder, sir?
Well, what other foul play could decapitate him like this? Obviously, there was some insane killer about in this room. I mean, this very big studio with many different partners with complex motivations in it.
Well, let's see what we can find out.
Us three are on the case!
Well, if the murder mystery shows I've watched are anything to go off of, I guess we should probably start by getting statements from the witnesses.
Right! Mr. Tenna, do you have any ideas on how this went down?
Well... Hey, Mike! Glad to see you're ready as spaghetti for today's shows! Gotta say, it's great to always be able to count on you to keep the mood up with that ever-smiling and never-changing face of yours! I don't think I could have run any of this without you! And might I say, that ass of yours is looking fat today! So, that's how I imagine it definitely didn't go down.
Yeah, thanks for that. Vivid description.
Well, of course! God can help with the investigation, detectives!
We're not professionals, please don't call us that.
Yeah, we can just search around the place for clues, like the cool vibes of the shows. In fact, I think we have our first one. The door was open when we came in.
That must be how the dastardly killer escaped!
Oh, Tenna left it open when leaving.
No, yeah.
Oh no! Have I contaminated the crime scene? Wow, thank you! That really puts my mind at ease.
Okay. Anything else stand out?
There's this jar of peanut butter here.
Oh, the murderer must have figured out Mike's violent allergies!
That's just a shirt, Plues.
A garb for the killer to wear!
Boss, please! You don't need to challenge the course on every cup and wrapper we find.
Goblet for the victim's blood and the slaughterer's calling card!
Hey, I found this paper clip.
The murder weapon.
No.
Mr. Tenna, you're not helping.
Yeah, boss, you're messing the investigation.
Please don't call it that.
You're obviously not suspecting me of committing the crime, are you?
No, sir, we're
Because
not.
I never do something like that to Mike! He's my best friend! He keeps all my shows running! He helps me manage the finances! He makes me sandwiches in the morning! And tucks me in at night! I never hold a grudge against him, especially after that time he almost left me alone forever, or when he said I might have looked appealing in gold! I mean, can you believe it, gold? Everyone looks good in gold! Especially me!
Mr. Tenna, please. We're not suspecting you. I wouldn't really call it suspecting when you already know who did it, but we just obviously can't have you here.
I bet it was that dastardly Pippins. You know, the one with the sunglasses. He definitely had it out for Mike. I'm pretty sure he even talked to him once or twice.
What's his name? What's his name?
Well... Right! I wouldn't want to be a pauper. I should just leave this with the ones with the law decrees.
I don't need to tell him we don't have that, right?
You don't?
Oh, well, this is just peachy. Mike was the only thing keeping Tenna from driving himself up the wall, and now that he's dead, this is gonna be worse. calm him down? Yeah, and how do you suppose we do that?
Yeah, we could just tell him Mike came back to life as a zombie.
You numbnut! That's just gonna make everything worse! Tenna's probably already out there tearing up anything he can get his grubby little gloves on from the stress.
Right. Well, maybe we could introduce him to Mike number 2.
Do you honestly have batteries for brains? Look, we can't just replace Mike with something else like he's a pet goldfish. The hothead's gonna notice.
He doesn't when we change up being Mike.
Listen, we need some way to bring back the old Mike he knows and loves in a way that's not gonna freak him out.
We could just tell him we sent Mike to the Mike hospital and that he's gonna be alright.
You know, that might be stupid enough to actually work. Heck, is that really what we're going with? I'll go tell Tenna.
Probably not, but that's a good plan B.
Mr. Tenna. Mr. Ant Tenna? Please, those statues were expensive.
Sorry, just got a little excited, that's all.
Excited, sir?
Excited for the investigation to be wrapped up. So, the results?
Okay. In my unprofessional professional opinion, Mike will be okay. Just need some bed rest or, something.
He's alive! Oh, what a relief! I thought I had just killed Mike!
You did that to him, sir?
Hey all, hope you enjoyed this really wacky video. A bit different to our usual dubs, but we're looking to branch out a bit and have some fun creating more than just some live streams to laugh at and some comic dubs to make you cry.
Chris, I'm so sorry that I've committed tax fraud. Tax fraud? Really? This is the best we could do? Okay.
So expect more stuff like audio logs, bloopers, and our such skits in the future. This was a very fun video for me to write, and looking forward to doing some more of this soon. Gotta say, by the way, this all spawned from PunchingMoth's very funny drawing I've been ogling at y'all this whole time. Sometimes my brain will just take an idea and run with it. Go check them out, they make a lot of really cool and funny stuff. You should especially go and show them some love at their merch store. They have a bazoingle of absolutely amazing stickers and keychains that you should grab all of. They even have my girl! I've been a bit obsessed with her recently. And of course they have these weirdos. Amazing! Also, I feel I have to add this here for all the fans of the mics. But if you're really hungering for a large dose of that trio of disguised dummies, then I gotta let you know about the mic merch list. Yes, the mic fans have made an entire online grocery store basically for all your mic needs. There are almost 400 pieces of mic merch there, and it is all so cool. Like literally anything mic merch. Stickers, standees, shirts, it's all such cool and good and cute art, and you should check it out, even if you don't think you'll buy anything. You know, it feels like maybe I should have talked about our own merch I've been failing at shilling. Nah, I'll be fine. Well, anyways, thanks for listening.